Me back again. These fucking protesters, they forget bun, blood. You got these people, I don't know if you must have seen it on the news or social media, whatever. And you got these dumb protesters that sit in the middle of the street or stand and block traffic because they're worried about oil and all this nonsense and that, whatever. Now they might have a point, but they're going about it the wrong fucking way. Why are you in the middle of the road sitting or standing or blocking traffic when you've got people not only who need to go to work, take their children to school? I'm sure I heard someone put it down in the comment section below. These people blocked an ambulance from taking a patient to the hospital, and I think the person died in the back of the van, or the person died because they weren't able to get to the hospital in time, fam. Like, I would love for them to interview someone who was a part of the people who were blocking that ambulance when they found out obviously the person died and that. Like, what would they say? I would love to know like what they would say about that. Because blood, you forget shot dead for them things there. How the fuck you deliberately blocking an ambulance and someone dies, someone passes away because you didn't allow them to get to the hospital, or you caused them to not get to the hospital on time and that? You forget slapped over. Yeah? You forget bum for that. But yeah, I got a local long one still. This video is 47 minutes long that I'm going to be reacting to. So it's a bunch of different videos that I've mashed together. These Just Stop Oil people getting smacked up and dash away and broke up and mash up in the street and that. And at the end, the last video is some boys. They must have pranked the Just Stop Oil people, innit? So let's get into it, man. Should be interesting.
The mob has had enough of Just Stop Oil.
What?
Yes, you know the ones, the groups of activists who sit on the roads and block trucks from passing, glue their hands to concrete and throw paint during sporting events.
That's taking a piss, blood. How you... Man, snooker Grand National, whatever they call it, that man's fucking... Where's that pussy, Clark?
Glue their hands to concrete and throw paint during...
Come on. Ronnie O'Sullivan said, I got the snooker crown. Yeah? Slap that, wrap it around in blood clot.
Sporting events. But normal, everyday citizens aren't taking it anymore. They're no longer paralysed by fear of judgment or being cancelled. The mob is taking things into their own hands after being let down time and time again by lawmakers. So will people power finally prevail and put an end to Just Stop Oil for good? Sky News All-Stars Piers Morgan, Douglas Murray and Chris Kenny take a look.
I don't know about you, I just find them unbelievably irritating.
Trust me.
And increasingly so. I think there are a bunch of attention seekers who love just getting in the papers, and that's fine. But why is the state and the police tolerating it in the way that we seem to be?
Well, I'd go slightly further than you, Piers. I mean, they are a sort of end-time apocalyptic cultist movement of a kind that Londoners and others have seen throughout history. People who go gibbering through the streets screaming about the imminence of the apocalypse. And I don't have much time for their views. And I think that their method of protest increasingly, of course, means that more and more members of the public don't have much time for their views. Freedom of speech, of course everyone defends it. Freedom of protest, everyone defends it. But you do not have a right. I have strong views on a whole range of things. I don't have the right to go and sit in the middle of the M24 and tell everyone else to go, hang whilst I decide to tell them how they should go about their day or ruin their day. I'd be hauled off the motorway in a moment, and quite rightly so. The freedom to protest doesn't extend to disrupting the lives of everyday people trying to go about their business.
This husband had enough when the protesters crashed
Mad.
into his car,
Boom.
carrying his pregnant wife.
You know what?
I mean, I think that incident today...
Yeah, he took it a bit too far, though. Took it a bit too far, because blood, the charge is them that you're going to get for that. Yeah? You've deliberately gone out of your way to box someone. They didn't provoke you. I know they're a fucking nuisance and that, but blood, to get caught on camera doing that, the judge is going to throw the book at you. Yeah, you could easily catch her 4 months in prison for that. Yeah, especially as a woman as well. Yeah. Oh no, I forgot. Well, for two things. Yeah, I'll correct myself. How dare I identify that person on the floor as a woman? You know, nowadays you're not allowed to assume anyone's gender, innit? And secondly, men and women are equal, innit? Yeah? So, you know, a man, you know, if he puts his hands on a woman, it don't really matter because men and women are equal, right?
Well, you saw a guy who's in a car with his apparently his pregnant partner, and they get, I think, hit by a lorry behind them. So there's a collision, a crash. And she gets out, this pregnant lady, and is remonstrating with the thing. And this guy clearly loses his rag. Now, the violence he then commits is unacceptable, and most people would agree with that. But I can certainly understand why he's reached a point of boiling rage. And you think, well, where are the police here? This protest has been going on for God knows how long that morning. Why have the police not intervened to stop this particular incident then happening?
And they're even disrupting groups that they're usually in support of, with not even pride parades safe.
Suffers. Liz, talk to us about other lefties meeting lefties.
This is hilarious. So London had its Pride March, and who showed up because they've got to be the star of every show? The Just Stop Oil protesters. So here's the Pride people trying to have their moment. Just Stop Oil are just like, look, we are trying to stop everyone from dying. Our cause is way more important than yours. And here's their non-binary spokesperson from Just Stop Oil explaining why they were there.
When the climate crisis causes...
You know what? I think I kind of like the Just Stop Oil people. Yeah.
societal collapse, who do you think will suffer first? Do you think the straight white man is going to suffer before the queer people? No. We are going to die if we do not fight for our lives. So I'm asking you to join us in civil resistance against a murderous, genocidal government.
We're trying to save your lives here, people. You should be thanking us for interrupting your parade. But even the majorly lefty mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, had words to say to the effect of, you're really not winning people over here. Here he is.
I'm not sure how stopping the parade taking place either supports, LGBTQI plus rights or encourages more people to join the campaign that we should be tackling climate change far more urgently.
Sporting events are an easy target for Just Stop Oil protesters because of the attention they can command from the packed audiences.
Disrespect.
Sky News host Chris Kenny slams the group for disrupting Wimbledon.
Now, speaking about clever, how about the idiotic climate campaigners on the other side of the world disrupting Wimbledon? Some pathetic old git getting his rocks off on the grass court, mucking up everyone else's day. The arrogance, the selfishness, the disregard for their fellow human beings always astounds me.
Trust me, people are paid their money.
Wait, please. Players in.
People are paid their money to go and watch Wimbledon and that, and some idiot thinks it's a good idea to disrupt the game. It's like disrupting people when they're giving a speech or a lecture, and it's disrespectful, blood. They should have brock him.
Forget about stopping
Should
oil.
have banged him,
Just
blood, one
stop.
time.
Fools. Many of these protesters are either naive youngsters or bored older people who've made all their money and now want something to fill in their days. So they try to stop other people making money or having a life.
Terrible scenes here at the Crucible.
So I was on air when this happened, and it was pretty shocking for everybody there. Obviously, people watching on television. It was designed to shock. It was designed to get our attention. First of all, what was your reaction when you saw this?
Well, annoyance, obviously, you could imagine. I've got paying customers, normal working class people that have saved up. To get a ticket, by the way, in the Crucible to watch the snooker is not easy. Sells out already, next year's already sold out. These people have been lucky enough, they've got a ticket, they're in place, ready to enjoy their special moment, and it was spoilt by someone. My secondary thought really was, this is nothing to do with Just Stop Oil. because it didn't do their cause any good at all. In fact, it was the opposite. I think it damaged their cause.
It made me want to go and buy oil.
Well, it made me
Fucking
not
arseholes.
want to give anything.
Bro, they need to realise, man, has been strategic the whole 20, 30, 1 hour, whatever, how long that the duration of the game was up until that point, for a man to jump on the fucking table and rearrange. And you understand what I'm trying to say, man? Come on, man. Obviously, they can rewind the video and put the balls back where it's supposed to go and that. But I don't think so now. My man's put all the fucking powder or whatever it is all over the fucking snooker table, man.
You know, as individuals, we give to lots of different charities or different... there's no way. They may well have a case, by the way, ecologically speaking. But by doing that, I think they cheapen themselves into sort of the bully boys of sport, because sport is such an easy target, Piers. You know, you can't... I mean, I believe in security. I think we've got good security. We have for 40 years.
But I don't see why wrecking the fun for ordinary people. Many of them are working class people who've spent all year saving up to go to this.
How does
it's their big annual event.
How does that put across their point? The answer is it doesn't at all. If anything, it's a huge negative to them. And working class people and ordinary people everywhere in the world would look on that with disdain. And they wouldn't look at it and say, well, let's look into this.
I have no interest in watching snooker. I like to play a little bit of pool here and there, but I have no interest in watching snooker. But even I feel disgusted. Like, why the fuck are you doing that, blood? What? Like, that's like me in the middle of a taekwondo fight, and man, but I'll send some spinning kicks your way, yeah, pussy clot, yeah.
My nigga red drums in the band on all night whipping up grub. Got niggas that I roll with daily, some niggas call them plugs. Free up my good friend Skeng, Ops know he loves his guns. 6 shot from the 6 shot if a nigga try run them guns. 6-7 back up to 6-5, my guys putting work. These niggas be clean hearted guys, don't know nothing about dirt. If a nigga don't stay in his lane, that nigga go get worse.
About come on my ring to disrupt my fight. Oh yeah, the fight gonna continue. Yeah, you're gonna be in the middle.
It's just stop oil principle. They look at it and saw a rich kid getting some attention by doing something that's actually really easy to do. It's a bit of bully boy tactics. They bought a ticket. I think they paid 300 quid for their ticket. They bought a top class ticket with all the trimmings and went out and spoiled everyone's enjoyment for the night.
You're now gonna...
But everyday people are fed up and have taken the situation into their own hands after having very little support from authorities.
Dash him way in bush.
Wir sind nicht ganz dicht, guck dir die Scheiße doch mal an! Blöde Fotze, Alter!
The man ran in front of the fucking lorry to get back. That's how you know a man is sick in his head, blood. Why the hell would you run in front of a lorry, you know?
Yeah, well, where are the police here? This protest has been going on for God knows how long that morning. Why have the police not intervened to stop this particular incident then happening?
It's because the guidance that the British police have had in recent years has consistent...
Well, that scene there, I think that was from Germany. But, yeah, that wasn't England.
...been to protect the protesters from the general public, rather than protecting the general public from having their lives repeatedly
Do you remember what happened when we had protests?
Sky News host Piers Morgan says the Just Stop Oil protesters aren't doing their cause any favours by being pests and disrupting the lives of average people.
Think that we still haven't had one even reasonable person emerge from the Just Stop Oil and etc. movement. Every time you get one on, there is a gibbering wreck.
Well, also they get very abusive very quickly and turn it all very personal. when in fact I try and explain I don't think your methods are working, but I agree with a lot of the message. And so it's a campaign I think would get much more public support if they weren't just being so deliberately irritating to the public and obstructive to the public's ability to go about their day-to-day life. It's become disruption for the sake of disruption. Working people trying to get to their jobs, dropping kids off at school, or just enjoying themselves. There's now a case where pink-haired, tattooed and pierced protesters stand in front of the cars so their kid is late, for example. It's just performative. It's not accomplishing anything. I actually believe it's become counterproductive. And I just feel like that has to be said by someone involved in the beginnings of what it's become. This is going to require an immensely difficult navigation of the middle, and the activists are ostracizing the exact people they need to engage. They're creating an excuse for people to stay on the sidelines. Blocking bridges, he said, is a lot easier than building bridges, and that's what we need to do if we're going to succeed. I think he's right, isn't he? I mean, I just don't see any upside now to what these Just Stop Oil protesters are doing. They are deliberately wrecking ordinary people's, in many cases, hard-earned enjoyment, watching sport that they love. And for what?
Madness. Let's go.
You all use fuel in some way or another. How do you think you got your apples? How do you think you get your avocado?
Trust me.
How do you think you get sourdough bread? You all use fuel in some way or another. This is ridiculous. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I don't care. You need to be arrested. Public nuisance. Get out of the way.
Someone needs to help him move there, yeah. As he takes one, the next one's just gonna get back up. Long.
These idiots. You think you're helping anything? Yeah. You go outside BP and petroleum. Why are you harming your community?
Do you know what they should have done? They should reverse into them and just keep revving up their engine and then blow all the fumes in their face, innit? But yeah, I wonder if anyone's done that yet.
This is your local community, and we're all in the same boat. Go outside BP, go outside Shell, go and do this somewhere useful. Everyone says go and do it somewhere else. Mate, I'm picking up
Dash
my
it.
daughter. I don't care about your opinions. I'm picking up my daughter.
Look at old man in the back. Look at old man in the back, dragging him by his leg. You know, I want to see how that even started. Hold on. Oh, he's been on it from day. Look. That old man there is dragging him, blood clot. One old man. Look at him dragging him by his leg, you know. Like a wrestling match. I remember I used to play them SmackDown games and be dragging man by their leg. Falling on your hands and knees like a fucking peasant. Oh, this must be in Hackney. Homerton Hospital.
Move out the way. I'm gonna run you over. Move out the way now.
Nah, don't do it, fam. Don't do it, blood. You run them over, fam. That's attempted murder, blood. It ain't worth it, fam.
Move out the way.
Wildly excessive.
Have you ever seen them videos where, like, you see the tiger pick up the man and just drag him away? I see a couple videos where, I think there was one video where one man in India jumped into the lion's den or the tiger's cage or whatever, innit? And yeah, it was a tiger he just picked him up and took him away. Like, you know when like a cat picks up his kittens and just runs off with his own kittens and that. Literally, my man just picked my man up and just get me. Let's peel that back one sec. Literally, whoom, whoom.
You're standing there watching. Yeah, you're mate. Move out the way. You're standing there watching. You can't do that. What? Don't do it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. What the anyway? Where are you going to go?
Rah, rah.
Where are you going to go?
Oh, this is not well, mate. She needs to get to the hospital. Get out the way, mate. Before he's got sent up. Alright? She's not well. Get out the way.
He said he needs to go to the hospital.
Someone had the audacity to say, "Excuse me." You say excuse me when you're disturbing someone and you're not causing no harm or distress to someone and you're interrupting.
Mate, my missus is not well, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the hospital. I've got cunts like this doing shit like this. Don't mind, mate. You've got pricks like this doing shit like this. Nibs, have some respect for other people, not just yourself, yeah? There's other people that need to get places.
Oh shit. LFB. Are they gonna stop the London? Oh, I thought they was gonna stop the fire truck, you know. Wait, that's Shoreditch. Yeah, that's Shoreditch. I see the box parks thing. Yeah, that's Shoreditch.
As soon as the government issues a statement that it will not issue any more fossil fuel licenses, we will go home.
But stay out there all night, pussy. Madness.
Hop. Vous voyez, c'est pas trop collé, c'est du goudron. Ça colle pas, monsieur, c'est solide. Hein.
Ah, maman! Ah!
Oui.
Ah! Ah! C'est super mal! Ah, t'es ouf! Ah!
Is he being a drama queen? Is he being like, you know, like Drogba? You just remember Didier Drogba, fucking Ivory Coast, Ivorian Chelsea player, innit? You just tap him and it just dive on the floor. Like, has he done something to him? Cause I don't see him. Man's moving like he prick him or juke him in his arm or something. So I think he's just acting up. I don't even know what going on. Big up the Vespa. Rah! Hey. Just for your information, that wasn't water. That was piss blood.
You're right. It's gone over a foot. Are you okay? It's gone over a foot. Take his station.
Boy. Hey, you stand in the road, boy, you might get... I ain't saying that I'll run anyone over. I ain't telling anyone to run anyone over. But what I'm saying is, if you put your hand where the fire is, you're going to get burnt. Yeah? Yeah, your mama told you from a youth, man. You're a little pitney. Don't touch the hot iron, innit? You stand in the road, you're going to get run over, innit?
NJ09UNA.
Shut up. Stop reading out the person's license plate, man. Just take the L, blood. Take the L. Why don't you get in one of those license? See, that's the thing. So imagine, yeah. I just discovered. Blood. Imagine these same people that just got ran over. This same chick that got ran over. She will want an ambulance to take her to a hospital. Yeah. Or imagine she's in the back of an ambulance. And the Just Stop Oil people are in the road blocking the ambulance from taking her to the hospital. That would be funny.
Push her! Fuck them, push them! That's it, push them up the road!
He's gonna hit you.
Come on, any time! Push them up the road!
I'm not joking, my son needs to get schooled.
Oh shit.
Move out the way now.
She's gonna
I'm
punch her up, mate, punch her up!
My son is 11 and he needs to get to school. My son is 11, he needs to get to school and I need to get to work. So move out the way.
I understand, miss. I understand your feelings on this matter. Shut the fuck up, man, and move, blood.
Move out of the way and let me get my son to school.
So this is the infamous Range Rover mum now. So she's famous because of this. Big her up still. Man said push him, you know. Wait, hey, listen, that's an AM charge right there, you know.
Someone needs to move mum out the way. Move out of the way now.
What a fucking arsehole, bro. Should I spray them blood clot into them face? Damn! He was on it. Move! What?
Get out of the way!
You notice not one black person who's one of these protesters. Blood, black people, we got different priorities, blood. We don't do this, yeah. To be fair though, black people do fucking protests for Black Lives Matter. They're just as bad anyway. Move. Bro. Dragon blood clot or her blood clot.
Oh, for God's sake!
No! Stop
Why are you ruining the plants? I'm not even a green finger plant landscaping type of person today, but look, nice little front garden or outdoor garden, whatever you want to call it, and they're just ruining it.
It's failing. Everything that you hold dear.
And how did you get
peril.
here today?
The flower gardens that you love. The
And
artwork
all
that
you're
you
doing is
treasure.
ruining them, you
The
twats.
buildings that you adore. Our traditions.
Stop it!
What is the point in a garden if you can't feed yourself?
Shame on you.
What is the point in a garden if you can't eat? We are part of Just Stop Oil. We're asking the government to stop licensing fossil fuels, which are a death sentence to us all. The Secretary General of the United Nations has said the true criminal radicals are the governments that are still licensing fossil fuels.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop!
Ferrari, you know. See, that's how you know it. Just a hater. Just a hater. Just because you ain't got no Ferrari or no, what's that, Bentley. Yeah? Hating, blood. Hating ass motherfucker.
What a disgrace.
What world is this? Buying and selling luxury cars when people can't even afford to eat or heat their homes, and when people all over the world are suffering and dying because of the devastating impacts of the climate crisis. The government needs to step up. Inequality is what's driving the climate crisis, and it's driving.
No, please move. Move.
Yeah, imagine that's your yard, you know. Nah, they need to go to jail. You do that to someone's house, you need to go to jail, blood. And you know what will happen? They'll just get a little slap on their wrist, you know. Fuck me. They need to go to Buckingham Palace to do that. They'll get shot dead, blood.
Just stop oil. Just stop oil. We're here today to fight the pernicious and avaricious nature of oil, big oil. The big oil that will eventually force millions to displace from their low-lying seabed countries. What happens when you get millions fleeing? You get famine, pestilence and war. The people in this building don't care about that, quite honestly. They've got their snouts in the trough. The snouts of the trough are big pharma, big oil. That's why we say to ordinary people, forget all this posh wokerati, tofu eating. I thought tofu was a character in Pingu. So what do I know? I'm just a normal guy from South London. I do know I'm doing this for kids and grandkids.
The time for words has moved to the time for action.
That must have been that Man of Two Swords.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the words of the king,
We're feeling the crisis right now. Disasters are increasing at a terrifying rate. No nation, no region, and no population will be immune from the effects of food and water and energy insecurity. And the resulting economic and political insecurity that is caused by...
Sorry, can you get someone help me, please?
By our complete determination to testify to the struggle in every sector of the economy. We have solutions now.
over the past 40 to 50 years, I have been driven by the desire not to be confronted by my grandchildren or yours, demanding to know why I did not do anything to prevent the destruction
You forgot your
and
words.
poisoning of this planet. Now, of course, we are being confronted by these very children demanding immediate action and not just words.
The science is clear. The demand is simple. Just a oil.
Imagine they done that to the famous Mona Lisa painting. Boy, the maximum jail sentence they would get for that, boy. Apparently that Mona Lisa painting is so valuable, I don't think it even has a price. I'm going to search it though.
Security.
This is like terrorism. Yeah? Almost like terrorism. Without causing any fear, it's almost like terrorism.
What is worth
Oh, I think they're gluing themselves to the wall.
more, art or life? Is it worth more than food? worth more than justice.
Right, so the Mona Lisa painting is worth $1 billion as of 2023, so this year.
Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families. They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup. Meanwhile, crops are failing. Millions of people are dying in monsoons, wildfires, and severe drought. We cannot afford new oil and gas. It is going to take everything we know and love.
How far do British people have to be made poor before we stand up for ourselves? Because there's a reason why we're so poor, and it's because there's more and more rich people getting richer and richer. And inequality is one of the least.
You need a boob job with them rascal mosquito bites them. Fuck, go eat, man. Shit. Eat some food, blood.
Leading causes of the climate crisis.
If I was walking and a man did spray me with that, the bang I would give him. Oh my days. Spinning blood clot jaw.
We're outside how?
Imagine they done that to Harrods. Because I heard something to do with a H, but I don't think it was Harrods, no. Scotland Yard, you know.
I'm doing this because we live in a country where you are innocent until proven guilty.
Why is there so much ginger people that are on this thing? Are they dyeing their hair or are they just naturally ginger, fam?
And yet we are holding innocent protesters, peaceful protesters, in prison, and all they're doing is standing up to the corrupt
And you're gonna join them real soon.
government and the corporations. Joshua Smith is in prison, and he's been there for 7 months, and there's no justice if our criminal justice system doesn't work. We are innocent until proven guilty. Joshua Smith is in prison for 7 months.
I think this is the only time I actually take pleasure in seeing someone get arrested, you know.
For peacefully protesting
Look, I'm blood clot up.
against his corrupt government and corporations. We will not stand by and let this government destroy our country. We love our country.
I wonder if they give a no comment, a prepared statement, or they just talk throughout the interview. I wonder.
We love the people in our country.
Probably talking. We know white people love talking to the police, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. These guys are on it.
The science is clear.
That same pussy-o again. He was the one that was putting the pies on the king's face at Madame Tussauds, I believe, anyway. Yeah, it's him.
Face near-term total societal collapse due to crop failure and vast areas of the world becoming uninhabitable. The demand is simple: no new oil.
Here because I won't be able to live with myself if I don't do everything I can for our future. I'm willing to lose my job. I've got a little daughter. And as much as I love her and I'd love to spend time with her and not in jail, away from her, this is even bigger than just my daughter. Things are clearly falling apart, but I believe we can do it. We need everyone.
I'm doing this for my son. The government's inaction on climate change is a death sentence to us all. The United Nations has said we should have no new oil. Liz Truss wants to open 130 new oil licenses. That's a death sentence to this planet.
What a fucking fool. Mad people.
Ooh.
Bam! Oh, bam! Someone did get mash up and brack up. They're taking off his jacket. Alright then, let's have it, mate.
Come on, mate. Move back. You lot hold them back because this is just fucking pathetic.
Dragon Blood Club.
No Westminster. No, you can't do it. That's assault. That's assault.
He's doing it.
That is assault.
Damn, you can't do that. That's assault. He said he's doing it.
You might call that assault, but what do you call it if they're holding up ambulances? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Don't touch me, I'm fucking telling you that. Your family. I don't feed my family. You're not scummy cunts. Look, move. Move out of the fucking Come on, though. Here you go. Come on. Right, out. Wait. Carol. Wait. You're assaulting someone.
Fuck him. Nah, fuck that. I ain't grabbing onto no one with one of them spray cans. What if he come orange me up in them things there? Fuck that. The fuck is that in there?
Hey, they're work. They're just trying to go to work, find food on the tables for their family.
Here we go.
Got children in the fucking car. Move off the road, man.
Don't do it!
You're not the police. You're not the fucking. You don't know the fucking road. Go to Westminster. Let me go past you. It's the last time. I'm not going to hit you on the floor.
I wonder if he did hit him on the floor. Probably not, but.
Listen, I've watched you nicely.
I am not putting myself in the path of a fucking car, blood.
There's people trying to go back to business. Go Westminster. Please move, mate. Please. The last time, move, man.
We don't need any more fossil fuels. We've got clean green renewables. And that's where the people should be investing. We've got 8 years with the existing supply. We should be using that time to move away from fossil fuels.
Fucking me, get the fucking way.
Oh God.
Right, even the police can't control him. Why are they talking to them and reasoning with them? Just grab them up and drag them, man. Shit.
Why are millions of children in poverty in this country and people are buying SUVs from Bentley for thousands and thousands of pounds? It's obscene. I'm surprised this stuff isn't happening more. How far do British people have to be made poor before we stand up for ourselves?
Go eat some food with your mosquito bite chest.
Because there's a reason why we're so poor, and it's because there's more and more rich people getting rich.
You're poor because you ain't putting the fucking work. Oh, don't make me start with cost of living and that right now.
Richer and richer, and inequality is one of the leading causes of the climate crisis.
Madness. These people need to be stopped, blood. Even that little idiot girl, the one that supposedly was the reason why Andrew Tate got arrested.
Protester. He's the This is Michael, a Just Stop Oil protester. Except his name isn't Michael and he's not a real protester. He's a mole. In fact, this man is one of our producers who has been undercover with Just Stop Oil for the past few weeks, helping Archie and I Just Stop Oil. Just Stop Oil is a protest group with a simple demand to, well,
Just Stop Oil!
Since their formation 18 months ago, they've used some pretty unorthodox tactics to further their cause, been accused of anti-Semitism multiple times, cost the UK taxpayer millions of pounds in policing, and really pissed off the public.
Who are you to decide who gets to go? You're not God.
Now, you'd have to be a top-tier tit to deny that climate change is the greatest problem we face, and that something has to be done. But with 64% of the public disapproving of Just Stop Oil,
We love you, oil! We do!
many are arguing that their tactics are putting people off the environmental cause, which is a problem given it's 45 degrees in Spain right now. So, whether you care about the environment, the balance between the right to protest and the right to go about your daily life, or are just bored of posh people disrupting your day,
I'm here because I don't have a future!
perhaps it's time to pitch our right to protest against theirs.
I think the bigger thing here is that people need to be taken with a cause.
100%.
And trust me, it's very easy to be a hippie if you're rich.
Well, I think it's fair if we disrupt Just Stop Oil the same way they disrupt us. I'm worried you're going to get recognised.
I'm already going to get recognised too, not because I'm famous, just because I went to school with most of these clowns.
In order to stop Just Stop Oil, we needed to infiltrate their ranks, which was easy, as they're constantly trying to recruit new members.
This is Martin. I'm calling from Just Stop Oil.
My name's Michael Rawlings. I'm hoping to sign up to Slow March next week and be added to the Signal group.
We'll get you added to that. We'll get you added to an announcements chat, which is just like all of the whole movement, just like announcements.
So I am very much in the belly of the Just Stop Oil beast.
Right.
Hi, thanks so much for Slow March next week. It's going to be a big one for loads of disruption, media attention. It's on Signal. They use Signal.
Yeah, what's that?
Please can't get involved.
We used their secret messaging group to make friends and
I bet I was using that Encode chat.
discover exactly how they operated.
The protesters meet every morning in a cafe. We will get the address at 7 o'clock tonight, or where it is tomorrow. Messages come through from Bernie Team 1.
Right.
He's our leader.
The signal man.
All hail. It's like a cult. Looking forward to tomorrow, guys. Should be a powerful day. I got it.
To make sure they trusted him, we sent them all out for a full day of protest before we did any funny business. It turns out they meet at Pret, where they drink coffee flown in from Peru in single...
Surprise, surprise, Pret. These posh people, man.
use cups. We discovered that before ruining everyone's day, the privately educated protesters stand in a circle and teach one another how to breathe.
Keep this deep breath going right into your stomach.
Before deciding who amongst them will be arrested that day.
It's a hard thing to do, but it is also empowering.
Watched by the police, the group split up across London to cause maximum disruption. They march, get moved off the road by the cops, before marching again and getting moved off. Pausing for some free organic and again flown in coffee before marching again.
Why don't you just off? Yeah? No, you can't explain why. And I don't give a why, yeah? Yeah. I'm trying to work and support my family. And you are stopping all of us. Do you think any of us want you there? No. No, no. Yes, I do, yes. What else to do? You absolutely.
Getting moved off, heading to a secret HQ for a complimentary lunch, before marching again until the fuzz have had enough and they end up in handcuffs. And so far this has achieved nothing more than a crackdown on everyone's right to protest. Now we knew how they worked, we needed a way of stopping them.
What about rope?
You can't use like an object though, because
I'm interested to see how they're going to stop them.
They are able to push through an object, they aren't able to push through people.
Basically, they can't. It's not illegal to assault a piece of rope or a peg, it is illegal to assault us, so we're using our bodies. Our bodies, our choice.
You're going to struggle to circle them as they come out of a cafe. I think you're going to need more than 15 people if you want to encircle them.
Well, look, we're 2 people.
Yeah.
And that's 1.5 meters, right?
Yeah, but once you stop making
Times that by 7, you get 7. Yeah.
Having decided to encircle them, we needed people, and people were more than happy to help.
I understand why they're protesting, but I don't agree with the way they do it anyway.
Archie decided we needed some merch.
This is our new slogan. Just stop pissing everyone off.
This is it. We're ready to go and just stop pissing everyone off. We're middle.
See, they should have used a different colour, like blue or red, or they should use a different colour in it. But go on.
Protesters, and we're going to circle some.
I'm at least upper middle.
No, you know where you stand.
I'm not middle class.
So the reason we're here today is at 8 a.m. Just Stop Oil are meeting in that Pret just over there.
They cost over a 6-week period.
Black people. Oh my days, I should have known I would have seen some black people in on it. This is the only time I've seen black people involved in this Just Stop business, when it's against it, you know.
The taxpayer about £4.5 to £5 million.
They ask us to stop or ask us why we're doing it. It's simply that we also want to fight against climate change, but we think what they're doing is actually not helping.
Yeah, there's a right way and a wrong way to go about it, and that's the wrong way, man.
With us and not be against us.
The mole was in position, ready to tell us when to pounce, and secretly filming their preparations.
Dear City of London, please keep us safe today as we keep you safe and stop you from being delayed in traffic. We let your kids get to school. We let our doctors get to work, and we keep the streets of London uncongested. Amen.
Amen. Lovely, beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to see how those pussies are going to react, you know. This is going to be good.
Okay, shh.
Suddenly, it was go time.
Go time. Gang shit. Look, them man ain't riding out, you know.
All the way around, guys. Interlock arms.
Sorry. Block.
We're just letting people get to work. Doctors go to the hospital.
We are letting them.
You can't possibly, when you're jamming up 40, 50 cars, let the ones about you don't know.
We have a blue light policy.
And the police.
I've got family in the south of France too. There are droughts there.
I don't know. If there's an election next year, you don't like this government, maybe stand for election.
We don't stand for that. Do you really believe in that? Do you actually believe
Democracy, yeah, it served the Western civilization pretty well.
She wasn't here.
Our campaign was well received in the media, but the mole had told us that Just Stop Oil were planning something quite remarkable.
The Beyond Banquet general admission tickets are free Sunday at 1:30. Why is it annoying you that having a party? Why can't I have a party?
Well, because their whole thing is we don't want to do this. Like, we're really sorry we're disrupting you, but we have to because the planet. You don't have to have a party. That's not helping. I don't think having a party is helping.
It's helping them. They're spending their funds on it.
But what? There must be they must be protesting. There must be a reason for them.
No.
to do this.
Shall I tell you what it is?
Please.
It's a time to step back, to grieve for what will die and disappear to ever, but also to celebrate. It's a time for us to celebrate what we have achieved, and we have achieved so much. There'll be updates on the campaign, inspiring stories, great food to share, 100% plant-based. So that's not true. Not great food then, is it?
That's absurd.
Why? What's wrong with them having a party? Look, they've hired a cute little church.
They are not a fucking frat house. They're not. They don't need to have a party. Who's paying for it? And why is that money not going to Just Stop Oil? This is the problem when you try and sit like so high on your high horse that at some point you do just become a hypocrite.
And I've cooked up a cunning plan.
Okay.
Given they've spent the last 18 months ruining everyone else's fun, Archie worked out we could ruin their fun with some safety alarms and helium balloons.
The string of the balloon wraps around these, right? And you cut below there. So these get taken up with the balloons.
Yeah.
And the idea is, and this is going to make a lot of noise.
No, don't do that.
Like that. You pull them out. Floating away, and then that's how it works.
The day had arrived, with hundreds of JSO members solving climate change by hosting a party, except one of their members was the mole.
Fucking hell, I ain't seen someone play a harp in years. I've never seen someone play a harp in real life.
With hundreds of JSO members solving climate change by hosting a party, except one of their members was the mole.
A harp, you know. Only a posh person plays the harp, you know. Someone write down in the comment section the largest oh shit. I kind of spoiled it. The largest instrument in the world. Yeah? Someone write down in the comment section what the largest instrument is in the world. I know what it is.
With the mole in place, we sent in the team.
Good luck, boys.
That is a fucking good idea, because I was thinking the helium balloons are just gonna float to the sky, but they're in a building. So obviously, if they're outside, it's just gonna float away and that. But they're in a building, so they have to try and use some means to get it down. It's gonna be almost impossible. That is a fucking good idea. Someone's gonna fall. Are you really thinking that you can... Boy, they didn't study mathematics or physics or something, boy. Because how the fuck do you think you're gonna reach those balloons from that... Blood, you still got another 15 feet to go? Oh, okay.
Climate change requires a solution. It is the greatest crisis facing our generation. But standing in the road infuriating ordinary people and hosting parties isn't working. Surely if we are to tackle this gigantic problem effectively, we need to unite as a planet, bring people from across the globe together, and ensure that we can come up with the solutions needed to secure Earth's future for us all.
Goon squad. Alright, that's it for today. Them people there need to be locked up, man. They're going about it the wrong fucking way. How the fuck are you stopping ambulances and that are going to save people's lives or potentially could save people's lives by taking it to a hospital and that? Nah, man, they're wrong. Stay where it's done, though.